As the All-Star gets the Wizards off to a good start.
Antoine Jamison, who will play in his second All-Star game, was there in 2005. Suns 18-6 at home this season. They're 20-2 against the East. Only one home loss to that conference, and it was to Miami, by the way, as Raja Bell gets the first pass.
Excited about making that decision.
Jamison missing, ball out of bounds to Mike D'Antoni's Suns. Leading the Pacific Division, and there's Amar'e Stoudemire getting down.
Special human being, and he's pretty good at what he does, and maybe he should be a politician.
One thing that the coaches and the front office are hoping is that will improve the chemistry, although they feel that was overblown by the media. They really haven't been that bad, but there's no question that there were some issues. Marion had asked for a trade before the season as Stoudemire hits. And better in that area as well, averaging a career high 10 points per game. He's got 6 already. Suns have made 5 straight shots on the field. Almost a turnover by Nash. Stoudemire showing us that jump shot from behind the arc.
Well, I'm still impressed. I think Eddie Jordan has done a terrific job.
Plus, he knows if he gets into the Eastern Conference, he's playing against teams in the East. Now, he obviously didn't want to be 7 or 8 and have to play Detroit or Boston in the first round, right? Now, Phoenix still in 6th place. And, they're on that 6-game losing streak you talked about. Stoudemire with a finger roll. You look at Houston. They're 10 games over 500. They wouldn't be in the playoffs if it started today. If they were in the East, they'd be in 4th place. And right now you got perhaps 3 teams in the East that could make the playoffs under 500 and have 2 in the West over 500. Houston and Portland not get in. Still a lot of time left. Stoudemire again showing off that jump shot.
Will go down. And that's why he's here.
You saw Shaq sitting up in his suite Wednesday after the trade was finalized, showing off that championship ring. He's led 3 different teams to the finals: Orlando, LA, and Miami. Is Stoudemire
get 50 on LA?
Here's Matt at Jerry Colangelo.
And Matt here, he got 54. He's a great blogger.
Stoudemire missing, and now another Washington.
Small for him, not for normal people like you and myself, but it's a difficult thing. It's very hard.
And it's not like he hasn't worked on it. I mean, he works on his foul shooting.
Tirelessly, excuse me.
As Stoudemire scores and is fouled. Celtics again playing without Kevin Garnett. He won't play in the All-Star game either. They'll talk about that at half along with Melo going up against LeBron. And Antoine Jamison's alma mater, North Carolina, and a good one with Clemson. As Blatch has it punched out in seconds, finally on the board.
And he knows when to put the pedal to the metal, when to pull it off, when to be aggressive offensively, when to find his guys. When you got a guy like Stoudemire going as hot as he is, Steve Nash is no dummy. Get him the basketball.
Finished second in MVP voting last year, won the MVP award each of the previous 2 years. Shaq joked as Blatch scores that Nash stole those MVP awards from him. I don't know if we go that far, but
I thought he even had a better year last year than he did the 2 years he won the MVP award.
2 ties it again at 68. As John Barry had a talk on Dave Pash here in Phoenix, the Suns at 35-15 with the best record in the Western Conference. Washington 6th place in the East, and Amar'e Stoudemire his rookie year, and he was shot in a carjacking attempt. But Blatch has recovered from that. Averaged less than 4 points per game this year, almost doubled it last year, almost doubled it this year. Stoudemire's fouled on.
I'm impressed with this. He's just 4 of 14. He's doing a lot of other things to help his ball club stay in this game.
Blatch with 9 points, all coming in the second half. Oh, boy, Theo pretty with Blatch on his back.
Well, nice.
This number, that was right over Antoine Jamison. Big win for Duke and Chapel Hill earlier this week.
They handle him.
Stoudemire with the steal. Stoudemire with the steal. Great move by Amar'e Stoudemire. To the style of teams from Showtime to the new Showtime, the Phoenix Suns.
Well, I remember those 80s, and I don't remember Kareem being out there leading the break. Somebody has to trigger it. It's going to be Shaq. And if he's late on the break and Phoenix doesn't score, he can come in, run a nice high pick and roll with Steve Nash, And Amar'e gets a bank. I don't know if he wanted.
Point game, 8.8 on the clock. Washington out of timeout. Sports Center up next here at ESPN. Again, Strawberry open in the backcourt. Hill didn't want to find him. Almost a 5-second call as Hill finally gets it in.